What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today I'm coming back to you with another unboxing video here. I just got this package in the mail actually yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to unbox it because it was already too late. But I'm definitely going to go ahead and tackle it today. I want to share this first impressions with you guys. That's typically how we do unboxings here in the channel. Don't have any idea what knives or knives could be in here, but you probably have an idea based on the title and thumbnail. But we're going to go ahead and get into it together here. Doing the honors today, we have the Divo Premium Divo Pony Stout. And this is a Lefty EDC design. Check out Lefty EDC, by the way. I believe this package may be coming via his knife pass around. So Divo Knives is a company co-founded by Kevin Johnson, aka Lefty EDC, and Colin Mason Pierre from CM Knife Designs. And this is their Pony Stout premium version model here. I got a chance to unbox this one along with some other Divo model. So if you haven't checked out that unboxing video, it's already live in the channel. You can check it out after this one. But without further ado, this knife and every other knife that you see in the video will be linked down below. So if you want to check availability, prices, variants, and things like that, this knife, the knives in the box, any other knives in this video will be linked down there. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you. Now without further ado, let's make a cut in here. You know, I got my billing address on this side, so try to do everything from this perspective here, shall we? And let's see. All right, here we go. We are inside, ladies and gentlemen. And we got more than one knife in here. I'll tell you that right now. We got a Kumu. That's always a good day when we have a Kumu to unbox. And next thing on here is a Tuya knife. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Always a good day with a Tuya knife. And I think that was everything in the box, or the package. Let's check out the Tuya knife in here, and let's check out if we have any details. Yes, we do. This is the Shocker. It is 20 CV handmade satin flat grind with DLC, and we have PVD black titanium as well on this one. So let's check it out, shall we? Because we got the Tuya knives plastic hardcore box. This knife is nice and tucked away in here and protected, ready for you. And here it is. Here is the knife itself. The Tuya, what is it called? The Shocker, right? And again, shout out to Lefty EDC for the opportunity to check out this knife via his knife pass around. Shout out to Dave Warren of Tuya Knives, awesome guy, and for the opportunity to also, send out this knife so that we can check it out as part of the pass around group. And let's see what we have going on with this one. Here's the titanium in black. Reminds me a lot of that Tuya Wrath V2. We're gonna see in a moment here, do some side-by-side comparisons. Then we have these sort of gills going on right there. That's interesting, right? Seeing that right there. It's only on one side, the show side, not the other side. So that's unique. Haven't really seen that all that much. I mean, if anything, I've seen it in a smaller scale, like on the Vosteed RSKAOS right here, right? They are much smaller, not even anywhere near as deep. So we'll check that as well, doing some side-by-sides in a moment. There's an ever, like very small amount of micro milling going on as well. That's interesting how these are milled out. It is a lock bar, locking, and you got an interesting pocket clip here, which is not reversible. Then we have an SK Knives, SD Knives logo here, which I'm not familiar with. So this is the first time in the channel. And without further ado, let's go ahead and flip open this thing. We got a pill-shaped hole right there. No flippers, no front flippers at all. So let's just open it up here, shall we? Bam. And there it is, the Shocker from Tuya Knives, right? 20 CV steel. We have the hollow ground. Ooh, yes. Beautiful hollow ground here, coming to a very thin edge, right? We have a very interesting swedge going on here as well. And the bell satin finish, right? Horizontal and vertical, which is interesting. There's a vertical one right there on the hollow ground. There's the horizontal on here as well, right? The light just has to hit it in a specific way for you to see it right there. It's just gorgeous. And of course, it has that DLC coating or protection, which is very nice. Right, there's a Tuya logo right there, which is nice and tiny, 20 CV, that's the steel, and nothing else aside from the designer logo right there. And bam, man, let's take a look at this thing, right? So ergonomically speaking, right, I have average hands, not the biggest or smallest of hands, but I'm able to get a comfortable 4-finger grip right here. Hammer grip feels good. Good curvature on the handle, right? Nice and gent crown backspacer going on also. And yeah, I don't even feel this at all. And I still think that's pretty neat, very unique. You can see how, in a way, though, it's collecting a little bit of pocket lint, all right, maybe from the previous guys that have used it. So, maybe getting a Q-tip and cleaning in there might be something that you have to do with this kind of knife ever so often. And other than that, the stress relief cutout is on the outside. That's where the Tuya knives typically places their logo. And you have a steel lock bar insert here for steel on steel contact. Let's see. Good access. Yes, good access to that lock bar. And drop shotty. Oh, I think so. I think so. All right. What happened there is I was putting unnecessary pressure on that lock bar. That's something that I always have to calibrate my brain to remember not to do when I'm handling a crossbar lock like this one is. Ooh, that reverse flick. Bam, feels good. And for some reason, I pictured it being a little bit of a larger knife. I'm not sure why, but this one is sort of like a medium, borderline large, but more medium category. You'll see it compared to other knives here in a moment. But let's see, you can maybe forward choke here as long as you're aware of what you're doing, right? And just putting pressure back on the handle. Good jimping on the spine of the blade. And also a very interesting sort of drop section right here for your thumb. All right, that's going to work really good also, I feel. And I bet this thing is super, super slicey. We'll see that in just a moment during our scientific cutting test later in the video. But yeah, drop shot action, right? Good deployment. Yeah, I can get used to that. I can tell you out of the two deployment methods, the reverse flick is going to be my go-to, hands down, right? Feels more predictable, right? Less likely for you to miss. You're not putting any unnecessary pressure on the lock bar in this grip, so you should be okay. Whereas a thumb deployment, you have to make sure your fingers are out of the way, and then you can deploy. But let's do some size comparisons really quick. So since there's so many similarities, I'm going to bring out the Tuya Wrath V2. This one has the Tanto dual ground as well. Also has that DLC going on, right? This one has orange peel titanium. This is a little bit more of a smooth titanium, but again, all of these have very similar aesthetics with the whole murdered out black. Here's the Wrath 2 again, but with a more of a belly, right? Drop point blade, right? These are going to be a little bit longer, right? And this is what I mean by these are what I would consider a large knife. So that's where the Shocker is a little bit on the medium, maybe borderline large, but not what you would typically associate with a large knife. All right, that's kind of where my mindset goes. But yeah, very, again, Tuya is just doing a great job. OEM, just putting these knives together, doing their QC and everything. Their DLC is looking fire right here, right? And you can see that carried across other models like the Wrath V2 right here as well. Recently got a chance to unbox these in the channel, so check that out if you haven't already. Still not really decided on whether I like this belly Wrath more than the Tanto one. So you guys let me know in the comments, right? Out of the two Tuya Wrath V2, which one do you like more? Let me know. And since we're talking Tuya, right, let me bring another Tuya collaboration here. This one is with Skeleton Blade Works. This is the Caladan V2. And the Caladan V2 is what I will also consider a large knife. As you can see, the Shocker is nowhere near there, right? So maybe like half-inch shorter on each end. And this one too has the black DLC S90V, which I love so much as well. So yeah, Tuya is just doing a great job, making these knives. The fit and finish on everything is really good, spot on. Right? And the Shocker I see is no different. But not everyone is a fan of large knives, so that's why there is room for medium knives and even smaller knives and things like that. So yeah, I'm sure this one's going to be a great one to carry. Also feels pretty good, lightweight. There is a good amount of milling going on those scales on the inside. All right, I can see that right there. It's pretty neat. And yeah, let's just do some more of the typical ones here in the channel. Right, in case you don't own any Tuya knives, there is the PM2 and the Para 3. So here's my point exactly. It's actually very much the Para 3 size, right? Whereas the PM2 is a large knife, the Para 3 is a medium knife, and so is the Shocker. I'm sure it's going to compare really well to the Demko AD 20.5. Take a look at that right there, right? Here's a Shark Cub, the smaller brother. Yeah, and you can see, definitely the AD 20.5 is a closer match. Here's the Civivi Vision FG and the Sentinel Strike, two very popular models from last year. Now, these are going to be large knives, right? So large knives, and, definitely much larger than the Shocker. No shocker there, pun intended. And last but not least, the Raccoon and the Pyrite. Again, also highly recommendable EDC knives, budget knives as well. And yeah, very much the Pyrite size, actually. So check that out. Maybe a hair shorter than the Pyrite, but very comparable. And indeed, a little bit shorter than the Raccoon as well, right? You guys be the judge there. Of course, the goal here is just to give you a ballpark so you know sort of size-wise where the knife lands. I really dig this geometry right here. So it's kind of like some people might call it, it's a reverse tanto with a belly. Right? This is, I don't know what, sheep's foot, harpoon, sheep's foot, right? Clip point. I don't know. Get the blade police out here. This one has a little bit of everything. So the handles are nice and sort of rounded as well. So ergonomically speaking, this feels like a good 9.5 out of 10. Pocket clip is nice and a little bit, in a way, lengthy. You do get bottomed out right here with the pocket clip, so it's not as deep carry as you may want it to be. About that much is going to be sticking out of the pocket right there. Take a look at that side view so you can see what I mean. Good tension to the pocket clip, and it sort of looks like it will go in and out of the pocket pretty well. But yeah, comfortable to grip on the standard grip and forward choke if you wanted to. Again, this curvature right here, it might look a little bit funky, but I can already tell you that's very, very functional right there, especially with this grip right there. I am sold. So a lot of 20 CV and S90V work going on with Tuya, so that's interesting. They're doing some quality metals, premium metals with their knives. Let's do our scientific cutting test, of course. Got a piece of paper right here. Let's test this bad boy, shall we? Check out those beautiful swirls right there. This thing will cut, no doubt about that. Let's now get some full slices in, right? And it is a factory edge, but it has already seen some use, right? I'm not the first one to take this one brand new out of the box. It has already been making its round via the Lefty EDC knife pass around. So yeah, paper, absolutely. Oh, oops, caught there a little bit. There we go. And you do have quite a bit of belly too. So if you were doing any tabletop sort of cutting, you should be just fine. So we know we can do paper all day. What about some Amazon cardboard box here? This one is single wall. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle. And as you can see, it already wants to go through the cardboard. So I'm going to do it a little bit slower pace at first so you can see how it goes through the material. And I tapered off a little bit right there. Something to keep in mind with this belly. It actually starts pretty much halfway through. That's where the belly starts. All right, I'm going to go a little bit faster pace now. Yeah, this Amazon cardboard box here is no match for this edge. All right, you guys rate it in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10. How sharp is this guy? Obviously, 10 being the sharpest. Now, interesting about this DLC, right? You notice some lines, some streaks on there from cutting cardboard, right? With DLC, all you got to do is you come after you're done cutting, just give it a nice little wipe. And all those lines, streaks, or what have you, they wipe away. They disappear, right? They're nowhere to be found anymore. That is the beauty of DLC, on top of obviously providing corrosion resistance and protection to the blade itself. So that's pretty neat. Well, there you have it, guys. You know the drill by now. I'm going to carry this knife for some time, try to gather as much feedback as I possibly can before dropping a comprehensive review video here in the channel, the good, the bad, the ugly, as much as I'm able to gather during the time that I carry it. I can already tell you this is going to be a fun one to carry indeed. It's not the largest, not the smallest EDC knife. It sort of has that great EDC size for me. It's nice and drop shotty. I mean, Tuya is just doing an excellent job out there. So if you're new to Tuya knives, I mean, check out their models, right? I have, I think, content on a lot of Tuya models here in the channel as well. So if you want to learn more about some other models, you are welcome to check out some more content on that. But highly recommend Tuya Knives. They're doing a great job with their collaborations, with just the knives overall that they're, you know, putting out, especially as of recently, right? So again, shout out to Tuya Knives for sending out this copy to Lefty EDC. Check out Lefty EDC's channel if you're not already subscribed. Of course, this knife will be linked down below, as well as every other knife that you saw in this video. So if you're interested on checking out availability, variants, right, things like that, I'll try to link to as many websites as I possibly can so that you are able to pick one up if you're interested. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Also, go ahead and like this video if you're getting value out of it so far. It really means a ton, and it helps the video and the channel reach a larger audience. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. I make knife and EDC content like this on an ongoing basis. I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. And if you want to support the channel a step further, there is a link for Patreon down below, or you can simply support the channel right here on YouTube. By becoming a channel member, you'll get access to exclusive perks. But let me know if I missed anything, guys, anything specifically that you want to know about this knife for the upcoming review video. Let me know. Ask away in the comments. Let's have a discussion down there. If you made it to the very end, you are the real MVP. Check out the unboxing on the Tuya Wrath V2 over there on your left, or the unboxing on the Caladan V2 from Tuya Knives as well, right here on your right. Thank you guys for all your love and support. It really means a lot to me. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll catch you on the next video. Either this one or this one. Peace.